just me and you. I feel so lost, 'cause I don't know what to do. Now what if I choose the wrong thing to do? I'm so afraid of disappointing you.
Bless.
Deuteronomy 6:4. Hear, O Israel, Yahweh, our God, is one Lord. All praises to the Most High, Yahweh only.
Bless.
Shalom, Barakatah. This is High Priest Kalhalal of the Law, also known as Kalhalal Israel, back with another video lesson, giving all praises, honor, power, glory, dominion, majesty, reverence, blessings, worship, love, and admiration to the Most High, Yahweh, and Yahweh only. Double honors, triple honors to Yahweh and Yahweh only. No Bahashem. Understand that? Alright? Now, the title of today's video lesson is The High Priest Burns the New Testament, Volume 4. Yes, we burn the New Testament much more. And that's what we do on this channel. Go and binge watch the channel, because pretty much all of these videos we're burning up the New Testament. It's just titled a little different. Alright? Yeah, that's right. We back exposing this sickness of the flu testament. You know, this illness that deceive people with mental illnesses. You know? Yeah, man, like, we pulling our people up out of this falsehood, man. Exposing the errors. Exposing the lie and the deception in this flu New Testament that was originally written in Greek by the Edomite Greek Romans when they were established as the Greco-Roman Empire in the 1st century, right? And some people would like to say that this flu testament was originally written in Greek, but by Israelites. And if you say that, then you will have to admit that these Israelites were Hellenized. And Hellenized mean that you took on the customs and the ways of the Greeks, meaning you're basically Greek. And that's pretty much all we see in the flu testament, is them stealing from ancient Greek philosophers. And we brought that out on this channel. Right? Yeah, man, this is 1st degree, 2nd degree, 3rd degree, and this is 4th degree burns on the flu testament, man. Right? Now, you come up out of this sickness of the flu testament. Now you're in the process of healing. To know the Most High God is healing. To serve the Most High God, Yahweh alone, is healing. Yeah, and we encourage our brothers and sisters to do just that. And this is the most exciting channel on YouTube. YouTube is boring without Kalhalal Israel. You know it and I know it. Yeah. And now we're going to get off into this and make it real easy to understand, real easy to see that this New Testament is a book of fiction, a book of lies, a book of abominations, the book of witchcraft, dark humor from the Romans, subliminal blasphemy against the Most High God. About to burn it up once again. This is cremation. This is combustion. Matthew 19:21. Cheez-Its said unto him. Yeah, we call JC Cheez-Its around here, man, because he was made from a cracker. Cheez-Its, Christ. Cheez-Its said unto him, if thou wilt be perfect, go and sell that thou hast and give to the poor, and thou shalt have treasure in heaven, and come and follow me. No, come and follow God. And come and follow me. Oh, okay. But when the young man heard that saying, he went away sorrowful, for he had great possessions. Yeah. Who would want to sell their great possessions to follow a man? Who will do that? You just got a man talking to you, telling you this. He knows the Torah. You're like, man, no. Playing along with this fairy tale gospel, but you can see that's what it is, because that was said. Follow him. Who would want to sell all of their great possessions to follow a man? I'm a man myself, man. You feel me? Like, you can barely get that over on a woman. You know what I'm saying? To sell her great possessions, well, she will share her great possessions with you, but sell them and give it to the poor to follow you, a man? She'd probably be like, I'll share it with you. A man is not going to sell everything he has to follow a man. Then said Cheez-Its unto his disciple, verily I say unto you, that a rich man shall hardly enter into the kingdom of heaven. And again, I say unto you, it is easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to enter into the kingdom of God. When his disciples heard it, they were exceedingly amazed, saying, who then can be saved? Right. Like, this is something that was never taught and never heard of in Judea. This was never heard of in Judah. This was never heard of in Jerusalem. This was never taught in all Israel. Sell everything you have to follow a man in order to get into the kingdom of heaven? Whoa. That's why they're like, man, this is like, how is he agreeing with the Most High God, teaching something that they never heard? How is that in agreement with the Most High God? How is that being on one accord with the Most High God, teaching something that has never ever been taught in all Israel, selling everything that you have to follow a man? But let's go on. But Cheez-Its beheld them and said unto them, with men this is impossible, but with God all things are possible. Running game on them, trying to finesse their minds. That's what these New Testament writers are doing. They're just running game on you. Then answered Peter and said unto him, behold, we have forsaken all and followed you. What shall we have therefore? And Cheez-Its said unto them, verily I say unto you, that ye which have followed me in the regeneration, when the Son of Man shall sit in the throne of his glory, ye also shall sit upon 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel. So everybody that's a Cheez-Its freak, because there's a lot of Cheez-It freaks out there, right? That sold everything you have, gave it to the poor to follow JC, you have no reward. Your reward is taken. Because the reward of that is to sit on 12 thrones, one of the 12 imaginary thrones of JC, judging the 12 tribes of Israel. Yeah, right. Right? But it's gone. It's gone by people that you're better than. You're better than these fictional characters that was written up to deny him 3 times before the rooster crowed. Thomas doubted his resurrection and would not believe until he seen it with his own eyes. Even though he's seen all the other miracles, he had to see this with his own eyes. You seen no miracles. You seen nothing with your own eyes, but you have to believe everything or be condemned to hell. What? But yet he says, blessed are those that believe without seeing. But not more than these that doubted him, that seen his miracles and doubted him, because they're on the 12 thrones, not you. You see, this is BS. And everyone that has forsaken houses or brethren or sisters or father or mother or wife or children or lands for my name's sake shall receive 100-fold and shall inherit everlasting life. Right? So when we go back here, we see what Peter said. Matthew 19:27. Then answered Peter and said unto him, behold, we have forsaken all and followed you. What shall we have therefore? Well, this is a lie, because Peter did not forsake all. See? And he get to sit on one of the imaginary 12 thrones of JC. But he's lying to JC right to his face, because he did not forsake everything. Now we're going to go and prove that. Let's go to Matthew 8:14. Matthew 8:14. And when Jesus was come into Peter's house, he saw his wife's mother laid and sick of a fever. So, Peter has a house not sold and a wife and family not forsaken. But he lied and said he forsook everything. And JC knows that he spent the night at his apostles' houses. So why did not JC know he was lying to his face? He knows all things, right? But this liar right here lied straight to JC's face, get to sit on the imaginary 12 thrones, but not you. All right, this is BS. But then you go over here and you go to Matthew 5. Matthew 5:32. But I say unto you that whosoever shall put away his wife, except for the cause of fornication, causes her to commit adultery, and whosoever shall marry her that is divorced committeth adultery. Okay. So, forsake your wife for JC's name's sake. But if you forsake your wife except for her committing a fornication, then you make her an adulteress. You make her commit adultery. So, why would he tell you that? Why would he tell you that if you forsake your wife for anything other than her fornication, you cause her to commit adultery, then turn around and tell you that if you forsake your wife for his name's sake, that's something other than fornication, then you will be rewarded. Right? And go here, Matthew 19:29. And everyone that has forsaken houses, or brethren, or sisters, or father or mother, or wife, or children or lands, for my name's sake, shall receive 100-fold, and shall inherit everlasting life. Right? So you forsake your wife in this life, and live a life of dryness, because, when you're with your wife, you all up in her moisture, so you forsake your wife and live a life in the desert, you know what I'm saying? And then he's telling you, well, if you do that, then I'll give you many wives in paradise, in the hereafter, on the second earth, in heaven, or what have you. So you do that, and you live a life in the desert of dryness, right? And then he turns around and says this. Matthew 22:29. Jesus answered and said unto them, Ye do error, not knowing the scriptures, nor the power of God. For in the resurrection, they neither marry nor are given in marriage, but are as the angels of God in heaven. Whoa, psych, just psyched you out. Because he just told you, if you forsake your wife, then he will give you 100-fold back. So you will get many more wives if you forsake your wife for his name's sake. Then he turns around and says, psych, for in the resurrection, they neither marry nor are given in marriage, but are as the angels of God in heaven. Psych. So you went to go and live a life in the desert, a life of dryness, right? All for his name's sake, believing that you will, in the hereafter, in the resurrection, receive many more wives, right? But if you were really studied and you were in class at YOZ, then you will see this right here. You will be able to put it together. You'll be able to piece it together, because he's psyching you out. He's saying it right here. You're not going to get many wives, No. You neither marry nor are given into marriage. Oh, man. This is your king? And this is who you follow? This deceiver? This is deception. This is, you can't stand on this. You stand on one thing, and then over here in another passage, he's saying another thing. This is a wobbly foundation. But us that follow the Hebrew scriptures, which the world ignorantly calls the Old Testament, we serve Yahweh alone, and in paradise we will be given many wives. We will be given the kingdom and an abundance of peace and joy. Yeah, that's right. All praises be to the Most High God. He woke us up from this deception, right? Yes. So moving along. Let's go to Matthew 9. Matthew 9:14. Matthew 9:14. Then came to him the disciples of John, saying, Why do we and the Pharisees fast often, but thy disciples fast not? And Jesus said unto them, Can the children of the bride chamber mourn as long as the bridegroom is with them? But the days will come when the bridegroom shall be taken from them, and then shall they fast. So Jesus is saying, as long as he here on earth with his disciples, they will not fast. They will fast when he's dead and gone, because that's when they will mourn. So that's when they will fast. So they're not fasting. So when you go over here to Matthew 17, Matthew 17 and 18. And Jesus rebuked the devil, and he departed out of him. And the child was cured from that very hour. Then came the disciples of Jesus apart and said, why could not we cast him out? And Jesus said unto them, because of your unbelief. So he calls them non-believers. Because of your unbelief. For verily I say unto you, if ye have faith as a grain of mustard seed. So if you just had a little faith, just a tiny itty bitty bit of faith, ye shall say unto this mountain, remove hence to yonder place, and it shall remove, and nothing shall be impossible unto you. So he said that they're faithless and they are non-believers. Howbeit, this kind goeth not out but by prayer and fasting. What? So you just insult them for not being able to cast out this demon that required them to fast when you told them not to fast because you're not gone yet. So what are you insulting them for? Calling them non-believers? You should have just allowed them to fast so that they can do the work. This is your king with all of these burns on him? Huh? We burning his ass up. We burning up this fictional character, man. Yeah, man. We're burning up this book of fiction. This flu testament, man. This plague. Right? This curse. That's what it is. Right? This is your king, this deceiver. Oh, okay. Let's go over here. John 5 and 37. And the Father himself, which has sent me, has borne witness of me. Ye have neither heard his voice at any time, nor seen his shape. Oh, really? So you haven't seen God? He's telling you. He's looking at you, and they are looking at him, right? He's looking at them, and they are looking at him, and he's saying, you haven't seen God. You know? Put this over here. What does this say over here? John 14 and 9. Jesus says unto him, have I been so long time with you, and yet hast thou not known me, Philip? Man, that has to be really creepy. For you to be looking at a man, and he's looking you in the eyes and telling you, have I been so long time with you, and yet hast thou not known me, Philip? He that has seen me has seen the Father. And how sayest thou then, show us the Father? Man, that's creepy. So now he's saying if you see him, you see the Father. But he just said, John 5:37, and the Father himself, which has sent me, has borne witness of me. Ye have neither heard his voice at any time, nor seen his shape. So if we're looking at you, and you're the Father, then we are seeing his shape. But you said that we haven't seen his shape. But then again, you say, if we see you, we see the Father. Are you in shape and form of the Father? Okay. This is fake. Lies and deception. That's what it is. Right? we go here. Go to John 12 and 28. John 12 and 28. Father, glorify thy name. Then came there a voice from heaven saying, I have both glorified it and will glorify it again. So they hear his voice. And all throughout the so-called Old Testament, they hear his voice. Now here they're hearing his voice. But he said that they never heard his voice. The people, therefore, that stood by and heard it said that it thundered. Others said an angel spake to him. Jesus answered and said, this voice came not because of me, but for your sakes. Now is the judgment of this world. Really? Now is the judgment of this world? This is a false prophecy. And you hear it first here with the high priest Kalhalal, here at YOZ, in class with YOZ. You hear it. This is a newfound false prophecy of JC. He says it. Yeah, you haven't heard it before. He says it right here. Now is the judgment of this world. Now shall the prince of this world be cast out. He's now in his time. Now is the judgment of this world. Now shall the prince of this world be cast out. The prince of that world in his time and his generation is the same prince of the world that is today, the same Edomites. They're still in power. This is a false prophecy. Yeah, you didn't find it before. This wasn't pointed out to you before. You just read right over this. A lot of people just read right over this stuff. Now is the judgment of this world. Now shall the prince of this world be cast out. And if I be lifted up, if I be lifted up from the earth, will draw all men unto me. That's another false prophecy, because he was lifted up. He ascended into heaven. Did he draw all men to him? No, because it's still many men that do not believe in JC. Right? And people are falling away from this falsehood every day, and mainly because of YOZ. All praises be to the Most High God, Yahweh God, in all things. That's right. All right, so let's expound on this false prophecy, because he says it again. Let's go to John 16 and 7. Nevertheless, I tell you the truth. Really? It is expedient for you that I go away. For if I go not away, the Comforter will not come unto you. But if I depart, I will send him unto you. And when he is come, he will reprove the world of sin, and of righteousness, and of judgment. Of sin, because they believe not on me. That's not a sin. Of righteousness, because I go to my Father. But wait, you are the Father. What? And ye see me no more. Of judgment, because the prince of this world is judged. So when he's gone, he dies, resurrects back to the Father. Then the prince of this world is judged. But that did not happen. And how do we identify a false prophet? It's in Deuteronomy 18. Okay? So go and check that out. If a prophet prophesied and that prophecy does not come to pass, that is a false prophet not sent by God. Period. No way around it. No exception to the rule. That's a false prophet. He's not of God. You shall not be afraid of him. All right. Now, let's go here. John 5:31. John 5:31. If I bear witness of myself, my witness is not true. If I bear witness of myself, my witness is not true. Okay, but what does this say over here? John 8:14. Jesus answered and said unto them, though I bear record of myself, yet my record is true. How is this fooling you? I mean, this wasn't even fooling the Jews of this time. The real Jews that knew Torah, it wasn't fooling them. That's why the Romans got mad and frustrated. Nobody was accepting it. And then they, ramshacked Jerusalem in 70 CE. And then they started to build more of the New Testament to deceive the Jews wherever they went. And they just kept pushing it because they wanted to take over the priesthood, which they did with the Roman Catholic Church and the Pope and all of that. And the whole world is, sending offerings and tithings to the Pope and sending it to the fake Jews over there in Israel, right? So, this is what it is. And this is the truth. This is the real truth, man. Harsh reality, man. But hey, it's beautiful, man. It's beautiful. The truth is beautiful, man. And you got to know, no one died for your sins. This is a work-based salvation. And no one died for your sins. All right. JC says he's God. This is where JC says he's God right here. Then said the Jews unto him, thou art not yet 50 years old. Hast thou seen Abraham? Show us where JC said he was the most high. Oh, it's right here. Jesus said unto them, verily, verily, I say unto you, before Abraham was, I am. There you go. He said he's Yahweh. Then took they up stones to cast at him, and went out of the temple, going through the midst of them, and so passed by. So the narrator, the writer, the anonymous John Doe, he's writing and telling you that this is what happened. He's saying he's God. That's why they tried to kill him. They tried to stone him. But he's a coward. How are you the God of war? Exodus 15:3. You the God of war. And yeah, you running and you all scared of your own creation. You a coward. It doesn't fit the same characteristics of the Hebrew God. If you were God and they threw stones at you, you were supposed to freeze those stones in mid-air and then drop them to the ground and be like, I showed you. I told you. Right? So, that's fake. But let's go and see where the Most High God's name is I am. And he's the only one that can say that. He's the only one that can say his name like that. That's what makes the Most High God's name so different. His name is different from everyone else's name on the world because he's the only one that can call himself I am. He's the only one that can say Ahaya. We have to say Yahweh. Because if you're praying and you're saying I am, you're saying you're God. And that's what JC did. He's saying he's God. That's why we say Yahweh. And Moses said unto God, Behold, when I come unto the children of Israel, and shall say unto them, The God of your fathers has sent me unto you, and they shall say to me, What is his name? What shall I say unto them? And God said unto Moses, I am that I am. And he said, Thus shall you say unto the children of Israel, I am, has sent me unto you. So when Moses went to the children of Israel, he did not say, I am sent me. He said, Yahweh, he is, he that exists, sent me. Okay? So we go here. Go here to John 9:35, and we see that JC accepts worship. He believes that he's God, right? But wait, let's read it, because this is confusion, but we're going to iron it out. Jesus heard that they had cast him out, and when he had found him, he said unto him, Dost thou believe on the Son of God? Now he's the Son of God. He's the Son of himself. How can you be the son of yourself and the father of yourself? What? He answered and said, Who is he, Lord, that I might believe on him? And Jesus said unto him, Thou hast both seen him, and it is he that talketh with thee. Wait, hold on. You just said if someone see you, they see the Father. Now they see the Son of God when they see you. I mean, that's a contradiction in itself. You see, you can't stand on nothing. He's saying both things. And he said, Lord, I believe. And he worshiped him. Wow, did he tell him, don't worship me? Worship your Father in heaven. Did he say that? And Jesus said, For judgment I am come into this world. He didn't judge nobody. You got beat, spit on, and you were murdered. You didn't even fight back. How did you judge anybody? That they which see not might see, and they which see might be made blind. So, you coming to deceive people. Because if someone is already seeing, why are you making them blind? You're only fooling the ones that can't see. You see? Right? It's deception. Now let's go to John 10:8. And JC says he's better than Moses, and Moses is a robber. He's dissing Moses. And he's dissing King David. John 10:8. All that ever came before me are thieves and robbers, but the sheep did not hear them. All means all. All that ever came before me are thieves and robbers, but the sheep did not hear them. Burning this thing up, man. Exposing the New Testament. Now, expose these pagans for their sun worship. Because, this is also sun worship, because that's what they believe in. That's why they changed the Sabbath from Saturday to Sunday. Because these pagans believe in sun worship, and JC is sun worship, and it's proven right here. John 11 verse 9. Jesus answered, Are there not 12 hours in the day? Well, is it not? Oh, yeah, it is. If any man walk in the day, he stumbleth not, because he seeth the light of this world. Okay, well, what gives light to the world during the daytime? the sun in the sky. And then over here, completely different chapter, you go to John 8. John 8 and 12. Then spake Jesus again unto them, saying, I am the light of the world. He that followeth me shall not walk in darkness, but shall have the light of life. Well, there you go. Sun worship. All right. Now we're going to go to, let's see. Did JC seek his own glory? Let's see that. Let's see. John 8:50. And I seek not my own glory. There is one that seeketh and judges. Okay. This is what he says. And I seek not my own glory. Well, what does this say over here? Let's go to John 17 and 10. John 17 and 10. And all mine are thine, and thine are mine, and I am glorified in them. No. You are glorified in them. And I am glorified in them. Hold on. In context, it's two here. His and God's. Mine and thine. Okay? All right. And all mine are thine, and thine are mine, and I am glorified in them. No, we are glorified in them. No, I am glorified in them. No, you are glorified in them. No, it says, I am glorified in them. There you go. He seeks his own glory. JC belief is idolatry. JC is idolatry, man. Proving it in yet another way. All right. Now let's go here. John 16 and 5. John 16 and 5. But now I go my way to him that sent me, and none of you asks me, where goeth thou? Oh, okay. That's a question mark. And none of you asketh me, where goeth thou? Oh, really? What's this over here? John 13 and 36. Simon Peter said unto him, Lord, where goest thou? That's the previous chapter. And JC heard him. He says, JC answered him, whither I go, thou cannot follow me now, but thou shalt follow me afterwards. Wow. But you just said that no one asked you where you were going in John 16 and 5. And this is before John 16 and 5. This is John 13 and 36. And he's asking you, where goeth thou? You should have been able to remember that. If you are able to remember the glory you had with the Father before the world was, you can remember that far. Come on, man. This is garbage, man. You know, and it's burnt up, man. You burnt it in this trash can that it came in. You know, yeah. And we coming back with Volume 5, yeah. We got much more. We doing this work, you know. And we giving all praises to the Most High God. Yahweh, God.